Direct siya nakadirect.
Starting on guard,
And we are back for our second game of this doubleheader. Earlier, University of Batangas getting their second win, 104-71 over Villagers Montessori College, who now goes to 0-3. We're at the outset of our second game between two UCAL rivals, MCU and Diliman College. MCU getting the first crack on offense. John Guevara. There is the Imbanya lead pass to Orlando getting, but John Guevara was able to recover it for MCU. John Guevara kicking it out. Sean General, pull-up jumper, no go. Guevara wasn't called for foul underneath, 7 seconds on the shot clock. MCU turning the ball over. Nabati po natin mga constituents ni Kong Arjo Atayde sa 1st District ng Quezon City ng mga nanonood ngayon. Exactly 1 minute gone by. Imbanya block underneath. Gabiera will go all the way, shifting hands in the middle of the air with no results at hand. Still scoreless tie. Matthew Calilong, first 2 points of the ball game. 2-0 for Diliman College. MCU 2 wins and 0 loss in this short tournament. Perhis from the elbow, way beyond, no go. Diliman now on the offensive. Christian Rios goes to the left and was bothered by Promise underneath, and Gabiera will tie the ball game up for MCU 2-all with 8 minutes remaining in the first. There was a foul underneath. John Guevara, first personal foul. 7 minutes 53 seconds remaining. Diliman College winning their first game last June 18 against Villagers Montessori College, 94-46, a statement win. As Matthew Calilong on the free throw line, making his first, make it 3-2. They really shot the ball well during that game. 32 out of 64, 50% shooting. Calilong, on the other hand, misses on that second try from the free throw line. They shot the ball well from way beyond during that game. 8 out of 19, 42%. Diliman College, while John Guevara right now makes his move, and he was murdered underneath by Khalid and Banya. 5 seconds to operate for the boys of Coach Ian Rosella with 7 minutes 33 seconds remaining in the first quarter. MCU turning the ball over. Rios saving it for Diliman. Getting 3-point shot is good. 6-2 is our count. 7 minutes 11 seconds remaining. Perhis driving strong. Wanted to drop that pass to Promise on Nyegiri, but it was telegraphed by the defense of Diliman. 7 minutes 5 seconds remaining. 9 seconds on the shot clock for MCU. Onyegiri, back to him, turn around, semi-hook shot using the left hand, won't go over the outstretched hands of Umbanya. Kalilong, 3-point shot, too strong. MCU on the run. Perhis going all the way, anything but the shot. Bothered by the defense of Khalid Mbanya. Footsteps being heard. Talagang iba, no? Mbanya off the block. Off the weak side, it's John Gama cleaning up the mess to make it 8-2 for Diliman College. On the other hand, Sean General driving strong, drawing the foul for MCU. Substitution here for Coach Ian Rosella. J.M. Katubag now in for John Guevara. Ralph Tadeo also fielded in for the first time by Coach Ian Rosella. Sean General will have the chance to complete the 3-point play opportunity, and he does, to make it 8-5. MCU just trailing by 3 points. Semi-hop court trap there by MCU. 6 minutes and change remaining. 9 seconds on the shot clock of Diliman. Orlando Giting, kaisang 3 points yan kanina. Semi-hook shot there by John Gama. All air. MCU getting back fast on offense but turning the ball over. Kalilong driving strong, and he would be fouled by Darrell Garcia. Kalilong, inside-outside operator, now has 3 points in the ball game. Have the chance na angat itong lead ng Diliman. 4 na po ang kalamangan. Kalilong, second free throw. There will be a jump ball. Possession arrow will be pointing towards Diliman College as MJ Hoson checks in for the first time for MCU with 5 minutes 37 seconds remaining. 14 seconds on the shot clock for Diliman. Getting Solomon Kone off the block. Mismatch there. Kalilong, strong drive to the middle, loses the handle. Forward pass for MCU. MJ Hoson gets it. Soft touch will work for MJ Hoson. Scores his first 2 baskets. 5 minutes 15 seconds remaining. First quarter. Rios corner 3 rims out. Again, MCU running. What a pass, anything but the bucket there. Counter-attack by Diliman. Getting. Goes to Rios. Steadies the troops. 4 minutes, 52 seconds. Rios. Getting. Nakabuslo na kanina yan ng 3-point shot but he misses that time. But there will be a foul on that scramble for the loose ball. 9-7 is our count. 4 minutes 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Kanina po, nanalo ang University of Batangas Brahmans 104-71 over the Villagers Montessori College Phoenix. Ball possession now for Diliman College with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Getting. Gives it to Rios. Good ball movement now for Diliman. But they will be called for a 3-second violation. At para po sa mga gustong manalo ng 500 pesos worth ng GCash, ito po ang una naming katanungan. Sino ang best player sa ating first game? A. James Torato. B. Mopon Sabando. Sino ang best player sa ating first game? A. James Torato or B. Mopon Sabando. I-comment lamang inyong sagot, pangalan, address at contact number kasama ang hashtag Mqaa-Icbl. Again, comment ang inyong sagot, pangalan, address at contact number kasama ang hashtag Mqaa-Icbl. Hintayin po namin ang inyong mga kasagutan. Back to the ball game with 3 minutes 55 seconds remaining. And we have a timeout. Coaches would want to have a conference with their players. 9-7 is our count. Diliman College leading MCU. We will be right back. And we're back in action, still in the first quarter. 3 minutes 49 seconds, turnaround shot by Solomon Cone goes nowhere. Dalawa na lang po ang hinahabol ng MCU Supremo, slowly but surely. MCU getting themselves within striking distance. Slow start for both teams. Cabiera launches from top of the key, overshoots it. Rios nagmamadali para sa mga bata ni Coach Renzi Bahar. Rios off the block, no go for Diliman. Rob Tadeo runs for MCU. Oson steadies the troops. 13 seconds on their shot clock. 3 minutes and change. Santelices 3-point shot hits the front iron. Forward pass for Diliman. Kalilong and Orlando Geteng will score his 5th point for his game today, tying the game up to 9-all. 2 minutes 38 seconds remaining. MCU turning the ball over. Rios 3-on-2 overshoots it. Solomon Cone was there. cleans up the mess to up the lead to 2, 11-9 for Diliman. MCU struggling to find their mark in this opening period, but still within striking distance as Ralph Tadeo launches from way beyond. Nothing there.
Office ba? Meron tayong yung Bluetooth speaker lang?
Kalilong
Meron. Yun na lang gamitin natin.
uses Kone as a shield. Kalilong pulls up, uses the board, but that was too strong.
Kasi ano naman dito?
There will be a foul. MCU ball right now. 1 minute 42 seconds remaining. And we have a report from our courtside reporter Cheska Botin. Cheska.
Back-to-back wins for Manila Central University. Coach Ian Rosella shared that the team's recent win was because of their solid teamwork and sharp defensive execution. He also added that the players are very attentive with what he say, which makes a huge difference in their game. Ang laging pinapaalala ni Coach Ian Rosella sa kanyang team ay wala pa kaming napapatunayan. That's why staying focused in the game is very important for us. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Cheska Botin, for that report from MCU. Sinasabi ni Coach Ian, tama yun, wala pa tayong napapatunayan, kaya laging focused lang tayo sa ating goal, and this MCU team is just 2 years old. I was a witness how it was built from ground up to what we are seeing today. Credit goes to Coach Ian and his staff, Coach Dante, Tanko also there, Kone. On the other hand, for Diliman, missing underneath. 67 seconds remaining. MJ Hoson notching his 4th point of the ball game. Kone at the block, and he will succumb to the defense of JM Katubag, making too many steps with a traveling violation. 52 seconds remaining. No scoring ball game for this second game between Diliman and MCU. 13-9 is our count. Still Diliman leading MCU. Katubag hands it off to MJ Hoson. De La Cruz sidestep move, pulled off the bench. Rimo. Katubag, mid-range, short. Last 20 seconds for Diliman. Oh, pass to the 6-man maybe. Diliman throwing that offensive opportunity away, giving the chance to MCU to close this quarter strong with 12 seconds remaining. MJ Hoson, again the steady hand for Coach Ian, 5 seconds. Turn around, and it will trickle in. And that would be it. MCU finishing strong, making that last basket of the quarter, make it just a 2-point game. Still Diliman leading 13-11. We will be back for the second quarter. Drop off that rock against two blue shirts. They will go nowhere as the door inside was shut by Diliman College. 7 minutes and change in the second. Substitution. Manyas is in for Diliman. That's Leonard Maranya driving strong but fishing a foul. Kilos kagad itong si Leonard Maranya. Walang sinayang na oras going into that strong drive to the hoop. And fishes that foul. John Guevara on the other hand for MCU. Balik na on the floor together with Mark Gabieta, Nick Baluyot, and Francis De La Cruz together with bench C completing the five for Coach Ian Rosella. 1 out of 2 for Leonard Maranya. Six minutes 47 seconds remaining. We're halfway through second quarter. MCU still trails 5 points. 18-13 against Diliman College Blue Dragons. Familiar foes, familiar competitors playing in the same motor league. Perhis, he will be fouled attempting the turnaround jumper. Ira Manyas will be called for his first personal foul. First team foul for Diliman. Rafael Perhis, also a member of Kong Arjo Ataydes District Warriors team, cashes in on his first free throw. That's his first point of this ball game. Second free throw, 2 out of 2 for Rafael Perhis. Nabanggit ko, District Warriors ni Kong Arjo Ataydes. Binabati natin lahat ng team members ng District Warriors, especially Coach Derek Pumaren at the helm of that team. And for our second report for this game, let's call in Cheska Botin. Cheska.
MJ Hawson of Manila Central University continues to prove why he's one of the players to watch in this game, with MCU being expected as one of the top teams to beat. MJ shared how he handles the pressure before each game. Ang sabi niya, ina-enjoy niya raw ang game kasi kapag ina-enjoy niya, mas gumagaan ang laro at mas nagkakaroon daw siya ng momentum. Ang sabi pa ni MJ, ang defense nila ang pinaka-key weapon na kahit mag-one-on-one matchup sila, it would still be the reason of them winning. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Cheska Botin, for that report featuring MJ Hoso, the steady hand of Coach Ian Rosella's Rafael Perhis. Drains that mid-range jumper for his 4th point of this game, and turnover forced by MCU on that inbounds play. And Coach Ian Rosella will call a timeout. Mamaya tuloy natin ang kwento ni Rafael Perhis after this timeout. Lamang po ang Diliman College 18-17. And we're back with 5 minutes 20 seconds remaining the second quarter. Diliman College leading MCU 18-17. Yung kanina pinag-uusapan natin before the timeout, si MJ Hoson, which has been the steady hand for Coach Ian Rosella Their first game against Adamson, although he only scored 2 points, he really showed his hustle, grabbing 7 rebounds and issuing 8 assists. Against St. Clair naman, he scored 11 points and grabbed 6 rebounds, and we're back to the ball game. And the MCU will throw that possession away, fruitless from that timeout. Coach Ian Racela, very livid on the sideline. Sayang yung timeout na tinawag, resulting to a turnover. Diliman again on the offensive. Kalilong balik na sa laro. Uses Kone as a shield. Gives it to Kone on the block. Over bench C, and he would be fouled on that rebound play. There was a foul by Diliman, which gives MCU the ball back. 5 minutes remaining. Second quarter. Santelices gives it to Perhis, calls the play. Mark Gabiera, and illegal screen by Benj C. Attention to detail. Coach Dante Tanco at the sidelines being heard, giving some words to Benj C over the turnover. Balik sa Diliman ng bola. Rios making the play, thinking three, but turns the ball over. Perhis will go all the way, sidestep, move, and he will score. 6 points now for Rafael Perhis. 4.5 minutes remaining. Lamang na po ang MCU over Diliman, 19-18. But Diliman quick on the offensive. The defense of MCU not getting back on time. Transition defense of MCU now a question. First free throw, no goal. Santelices, shooter for MCU. Not a factor for today. Actually, during their last game against St. Clair, after drilling 4 3-point shots during their game against Adamson. 4 minutes, 8 seconds remaining. John Guevara driving strong, and he will go all the way. But he was met upstairs for the harm, and he will have a chance to score on 2 free throws. John Guevara, son of Coach RJ Guevara, one of the architects of the youth basketball program of Letran, sinking the first free throw. Kita naman natin yung good fundamentals itong batang ito. Talagang well sound. 2 out of 2. 21-19. MCU with a 2-point lead. Parinas pressured at the backcourt. No help came, which is why he committed that backcourt violation. Rather, 8-second backcourt violation. 3 minutes 50 seconds remaining.
Yeah, paano ako? Review ako dito. Ito yung live na to. Ay, hindi na. Ako na lang.
Review will be done by our officials. Last call is for review. Ano ba yung nauna? reviewing the call. Two actions happening at the same time. Let's see. Ano ba yung nauna? May foul ba o yung 8-second violation? Players are being requested to go to the shaded area of their respected benches while awaiting the decision of the referees. 3 minutes 50 seconds remaining. Nabati natin in South Republic. Riz Cartel and Congressman Arjo Ataide, our founder. Holding foul will be called against MCU. Parinas misses on the first. All the while they thought it was an 8-second violation, but there was a foul. It superseded that call. Second free throw, Parinas. 1 out of 2 for Luis Parinas. 21-20. John Guevara and promise is not a promise for Onyegiri with a jam to lift MCU 2 points, 23-21. Promise Onyegiri. 4 points now. Solomon Cone nowhere to go. Forces the issue. But John Gama was there to pick up the trash. Cleans up the job to make it a 1-point game. Still MCU leading 23-22. 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Promise Onyegiri. Give it to Sean General. Santelices 3-point shot is good. Nabubuhayan na si Daniel Santelices. He's a quick shooter. First 3-point shot of the ball game. And Solomon Cone alone in that drive to the basket to make it again the 2-point game. 26-24 with 2 minutes 26 seconds remaining. Second quarter. Santelices again. 3-point shot. Hits the side iron this time. DC tumatabok ngayon. Both teams now in the penalty, which means Luis Parinas will troop the line for 2 free throws. 2 foreign student athletes for both teams. Talaga nagpapasikat. Parinas scoring his second point of the ball game. Second free throw for Luis Parinas is good to bring Diliman College closer by 1, 26, or rather tie the ball game by 1 point. Tie the ball game 26 all. Garcia, MJ Hoss on 3-point shot. Too strong. Diliman on the attack. Geteng, specialty of the house. No go. Cone, offensive rebound off the block against 2 white shirts. Rattles out, but John Gama, again an offensive rebound off 2 white shirts. John Gama, 4 points now, will have the chance para dagdagan ang kanyang production for today at makalamang para sa Diliman College Blue Dragons. John Gama, the magic bunot probably of Coach Renzi Bahar. First free throw is good. 5 points now for John Gama. Second free throw, no go. Solomon Cone gets the offensive rebound and he will be fouled underneath by Promise Onyegiri. And para po sa mga nag-aabang ng ating pangalawang tanong for a chance to win 500 pesos worth of GCash, ito na po ang ating pangalawang tanong. Sino ang unang team ang nakapuntos sa first quarter? A. MCU Supremos. B. Diliman College. Again, sino ang unang team na nakapuntos sa first quarter? A. MCU Supremos. B. Diliman Blue Dragons. And para manalo ng 500 pesos worth of GCash, i-comment ang inyong sagot, pangalan, address at contact number kasama ang hashtag Mqaa-Icbl. Again, i-comment ang inyong sagot, pangalan, address at contact number kasama ang hashtag Mqaa-Icbl. Hintayin po namin ang inyong mga sagot. Good defensive job there by Solomon Cone. But Coach Renzi Bahar, rather Coach Ian Vasela, livid at the sidelines. He wants a break. They're trailing 29-26. And going into that break, Coach Ian Rasela was just livid, calling that timeout. Again, wasted possession there. Katubag misses the jumper. Giteng, corner 3 for Diliman, and he would make it. 8 points now for Orlando Giteng. 6-point lead for Diliman. MJ Hoson, sidestep move, reverse layup will go. Dousing that fire. Pamatay sunog. MJ Hoson, 8 points with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Solomon Cone goes left against two white shirts, overshoots it, but gets his miss. He was blocked. 34 seconds. MJ Hoson taking advantage, and he will get the continuation for a 3-point play opportunity. MJ Hoson, 10 points now. Only in the first half. Slowly but surely for Coach Ian Rasela. Nagbunga rin yung timeout. Bunga ng galit ni Coach Ian Rasela. Unti-unti kasi bumibitaw itong mga bataan niya. He had to arrest the situation. And MCU responding. $11 points now for MJ Hoson. And turnover forced by MCU. Nick Baluyot. Quick hands against Parinas. MCU within 32-31 against Diliman College. Last 24 seconds. 10-second differential. MJ Hoson loses it, but Nick Baluyot saves the day. 8 seconds to shoot for the shot clock. Hoson bothered by Embanya. Garcia will score for MCU. They take the lead 33-32. It's the turn of Coach Renzi to call a timeout and talk things over. We'll be back. 12 seconds remaining in the second quarter. MCU seizing the lead 33-32 over Diliman College with that last basket by Daryl Garcia. MCU responding well after that timeout. MJ Hoson specifically leading by example. Diliman right now for the last play of the half. 8 seconds. Kalilong, their main guy, against Baluyot. Kalilong, strong drive, no go. Embanya to beat the buzzer, but there was a foul by J.M. Katubag. With no time remaining, and Khalid Embanya will be awarded 2 free throws. Let's see. To settle the final count for our first half. See the time remaining. Katubag first personal foul. Khalid Embanya, imposing presence inside the team captain of this Diliman College Blue Dragons team. The anchor on the defensive end. On the line for 2 free throws with 0.3 of a second for the first half. Makes his first. 3 points now for Khalid Embanya. Second free throw. Rims out. And that would be it. We're back to square one as we end the first half. 33 apiece. We'll be back after the halftime break. And we are back in this tightly contested matchup. Second game of our doubleheader between Diliman College and MCU Supremos. First highlights Rafael Perhis with his jumper. Simbulan contributing quality minutes for Coach Ian Racela. Rios on the other hand also. That's a helping hand for Coach Renzi. MJ Hoson again proving he's the steady hand for MCU. Scored 13 points. 2 of his 13 points in the first half. Again, Hoson, short jumper on that try. Which is why MCU still in the thick of things here. He helped MCU. That man, Solomon Cone, shutting the door. John Guevara. We are now back into the action. Minute gone by here in the third quarter. Nick Baluyot. John Guevara launches from way beyond and he will make it. Points now for John Guevara to make it 36-35. MCU with a steal. Forward pass. Nick Baluyot will finish. Rather 3-point lead. 38-35 with 8 minutes 10 seconds remaining. Kalilong. Horns play now for Diliman. And John Guevara, pasabit move by Kalilong. Second personal foul for John Guevara. Matthew Kalilong. 4 points in the first half. Have a chance to add up to his production today. First free throw is good. Eight minutes and change remaining in the third quarter. Matthew Kalilong, second free throw is good. 6 points for Matthew Kalilong to bring Diliman College to within 2. 38-36, still MCU leading. Baluyot. General gives it back to Baluyot. Fakes it and makes it. 4 points now for Nick Baluyot. So make it 40-37. MCU up by 3. 7 minutes 30 seconds remaining. Getting. Give and go. Nice ball movement, overpassing there by Diliman. And there would be a foul halting that fast break attack by MCU. Referees will review that last foul. It was a hard foul against Nick Baluyot, was the recipient of the hurt. And Diliman College that time overpassing, throwing the ball away. Nick Baluyot was ready to finish the job. Fouled along the way. 7 minutes 22 seconds remaining. Pasalamatan natin ang Risk Cartel, Inasal Republic, Tatak Ilonggo, and our founder, Congressman R. Joe Atayde. See on screen Coach Ian Racela, one of the best teachers of the game. Built this MCU program from ground up 2 years ago. Has been a good competitor in their mother league. And Nick Baluyot will troop the line. for 2 free throws. It's a sportsmanlike foul. 5 points now for Nick Baluyot. 7 minutes 22 seconds remaining in the third. 2 out of 2 for Nick Baluyot, 6 points. MCU will retain possession with that sportsmanlike foul. Guevara giving it to Tadeo. Precious Promise giving that screen. Baluyot, 3 seconds to shoot. John Guevara gives it up, and they will run out of time. MCU not minding the shot clock winding down. They commit the turnover. Kalilong being hounded by the defense of John Guevara. Gives it up. No go that time for Diliman again. Ralph Tadeo running the break for MCU. Gives it to Promise, but he cannot fulfill it. Baluyot recycling the offense. 7 seconds to operate. Tadeo, 3-point shot is good. First points of Ralph Tadeo coming from a 3-point shot at the elbow to make it 45-37. Kalilong contested by Guevara. Promise with a rebound. Again, Ralph Tadeo on the break for MCU. Defense of Diliman getting back. Baluyot again goes to Ralph Tadeo. Shen General going at the block. 7 seconds. Baluyot gives it to Sean General inside. Bothered by Mbanya. 1 second to shoot. But Promise was there, but Mbanya bothers it. Promise Onyegiri. Napakatyaga underneath. And his hard work would pay off as he was fouled upstairs, and he will troop the line for 2 free throws. Yun yung mga hindi makikita na numero sa stat sheet. Getting the right position, hustling for 50-50 balls. First free throw is good for Promise Onyegiri. Third point of the goal game. 1 out of 2 on that trip to the line. Rios. And Baluyot will go all the way off that turnover. And Coach Renzi Bahar had seen enough. He wants to talk things over. They are trailing by 11, 48-37 against MCU. And we are back. We're 5 minutes, 28 seconds into the third quarter. And Coach Renzi Bahar calling that ceasefire. Bago pa man mawala sa kamay nila itong larong ito, they're staring at an 11-point deficit, 48-37. And we want to have Cheska Borin for the report. Cheska.
Now, Coach Renzi of Diliman College said that they're now aiming for bigger strides, continuously learning from past mistakes and looking to build upon more on this game and the next games. Dagdag pa ni Coach Renzi, we could have hit 100 points last few games. aiming for a bigger and better game plan. Pero sa ngayon, ang pinaka-main focus nila ang pag-execute ng mas maganda pang defense. Back to you, Chris.
That was nice defense for Diliman as told by Cheska Botin, forcing Nick Baluyot to commit too many steps, traveling violation. Babalik sa Diliman College ang possession. They would want, last game, they won 94 to 88, or rather 48 against VMC. Right now, they're trailing by 11 points with 4 minutes 51 seconds remaining. Let's see how would the players respond to the challenge by Coach Renzi and Santelices. Locking horns there. Medyo nagkamustahan sa gilid. "14 seconds to shoot for Diliman. Rios, 3-point shot hits the side iron. Santelices forward pass. Nick Baluyot will again finish. 2 straight baskets for Nick Baluyot. 8 points now for the Spitfire guard of MCU to make it 50 to 37. And the defense of MCU producing a turnover. Let's see. There's a technical foul being assessed. That probably will go against Santelices. Tingnan natin ang hatol. Bakit nabigyan ng technical foul ng ating referee? Daniel Santelices being given a technical foul for taunting. Minsan kasi parang sapat na yung nabigyan mo ng turnover yung kabilang team But goading over that turnover will give you a technical, and Orlando Giting will sink the technical free throw. 11 points for Orlando Giting, who was silenced this half. 4 minutes 23 seconds remaining. MCU ball. They lead by 12, 50 to 38. Pinabati natin mga constituents ni Congressman Arjo Atayde sa 1st District ng Quezon City. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat, at sa mga sumusunod pong laro ng Mqaa-Icbl ay inaanyayahan namin kayo dito sa Hoop Spirit Basketball Court. Malapit lamang po dito sa Banawe. Santelices, Benshi, 1 second. 3-point shot won't go, but Benshi was there for the offensive rebound. Second chance opportunity. Masyadong mindadali ng MCU. Giteng pulls up from way beyond, in and out, but he gets his own miss and still couldn't buy a bucket. Rios couldn't save the rock. Kalilong going to the backcourt. 3 minutes 51 seconds remaining. MCU looking good with a 12-point lead with 3 minutes 51 seconds remaining here in the third. Santelices thinking 3. He got one earlier. Give and go to Benshi inside. Turn around. Kapos. Diliman ngayon umaatake. 3-point shot. No go. MCU will recover that board. They will go on the offensive with Nick Baluyot signaling the play. 3 minutes 20 seconds remaining. Simbulan gives it to Santelices up top. Give and go. Simbulan. Mayanig sa depensa ni Solomon Cone. Kalilong gives it up at the last minute. Short. But Diliman will try to recycle the offense with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Cone off the block against Ben C. And good defense there Benj C standing his ground. At ito na po ang ating pangalawang tanong. Ang pangatlong tanong na po para sa larong ito. Sino ang unang nakapunto sa Diliman sa ating first quarter? A. Matthew Calilong. B. Orlando Giteng. Again, sino ang unang nakapuntos sa Diliman sa ating first quarter? A. Matthew Calilong. B. Orlando Giteng. I-comment ang inyong sagot, pangalan, address at contact number kasama ang hashtag MQAAICBL. Again, i-comment ang inyong sagot, pangalan, address at contact number kasama ang hashtag MQAAICBL para sa tsansang manalo ng 500 pesos worth ng GCash. Sagot na. And we have a foul here from MCU. Matthew Calilong trooping the line. Chance to cut down this MCU lead, which stands now at 12-50-38. 2:26 remaining third quarter. Matthew Calilong for Diliman. First free throw, no go. 6 points now for Matthew Calilong. Second free throw was cleaned up by John Gama for his 7-point. MCU now on the attack. Santelices 3-point shot. Overshoots it. Aniceto Malabanan in for the first time by Coach Ian Rosella for MCU with 2 minutes 5 seconds remaining. Third quarter. 10-point lead for MCU. Coach Ian Rosella trying different combinations now, bringing out some bench players. Ismael Rimo now inside for Coach Ian, bothering Matthew Calilong. Calilong kicks it out. Corner jumper won't go. Last touch. Blue shirts will go MCU's way with 1 minute 45 seconds remaining in the third. Mark Gabieta balik uli on the floor. Malabanan. Santelices 3-point try again, no go. Kone forward pass, Giteng, and nowhere to go there for Orlando Giteng. Maybe hurried pass by Solomon Kone, wanting to take advantage of having the defenders of MCU at the backcourt. 68 seconds remaining in the third. Kone uses the board to cut MCU's lead to just 8 points, 50-42, but Mark Gabieta is on the floor. Ang nagkatamaan ng siko dun sa last play na yan. Officials are viewing if there was a foul. 61 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Patuloy po ang ating play. No foul called. MCU is on the offensive. Last 1 minute for the third period. Daniel Santelices. Gabieta giving the screen. Gabieta, pinagpaglamang yung pagkakabagsak. Kone snatching the board. Gives it up. Matthew Calilong uses that Kone shield. 3-point shot off the side iron. And there was a foul on that rebound play underneath with 34 seconds remaining in the third quarter. MCU in the penalty, which is why Connie will trip the line for 2 free throws. 7 points for Solomon Connie. Make that 8 for the big guy. Nine points for Solomon Connie as he went 2 out of 2 on the trip to the free throw line. Last 30 seconds. 20 on the shot clock. Rimo gives it to Katubag. Overshoots it, but Mark Capieta was there for the stick back to make it an 8-point lead. Last 13 seconds. 9 for Diliman. No go. 3-point shot. And they will run out of time. And at the end of the third, it's still MCU leading by 8. 50-44 over Diliman College. We will be back at the start of the payoff period. We start the fourth quarter with MCU leading 52-44 in the second game of the Manuel L. Quezon Athletics Association Intercollegiate Basketball League. Coach Chris King de la Cruz po nagdadala ng aksyon sa inyo together with Cheska Botin. Rafael Perhis tries his hand from way beyond. No go. Our officials for this game, crew chief Oliver Angeles, Marlon Retoria, and Marvin Gloria. Earlier in the day, University of Batangas Brahmans winning 104-71 over VMC. MCU now on the run. Mark Gabiera again for the cleanup job to make it a 10-point lead. With barely a minute gone by, Coach Renzi Bahar wants to rally his troops. He called a timeout. We'll be back. Back at the Hoop Spirit Basketball Court at the heart of the Chinatown of Quezon City, Banawe. With 9 minutes remaining in the payoff period, Solomon Kone for Diliman owning the paint with that hoop and the arm. Chance to complete a 3-point play. 11 points for the big man, carrying his team on his shoulder. He's the best player of their first game. 12 points now for Solomon Kone. A 7-point lead being enjoyed by the boys of Coach Ian Rosella, MCU Supremos. MJ Hoson back in the ball game together with Rafael Perhis. 3-point shot from the corner, overshoots it. That's Daryl Garcia. Kalilong making his move for Diliman. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Kalilong asking for a shield. Kone gives it. Kalilong and Mark Gabieta. Basic rule, do not foul the shooter. Failure on the defensive switch there by MCU. Kalilong. First free throw is good. 7 points for Matthew Kalilong. 6-point lead being held by MCU. Second free throw way off. Eight minutes, 15 seconds remaining. Lot of time for Diliman to rally, but Kone getting that miss. And Diliman starting to knock at the door of MCU with 8 minutes and change. How will MCU respond? General, 3-point shot, rims out. But MCU was there for the stick back, no go. Kalilong gives it to Kone inside. Turn around, it was blocked. MCU running. And Daryl Garcia will finish. 4 points for Daryl Garcia. Pamatay sunog para sa MCU. 56-50. Still a lead that has not yet safe for MCU with 7.5 minutes remaining. Kone hands it up. No, fakes the handoff. Ill-advised shot with too much time remaining at the shot clock for Diliman. Hoson now sets up the play for MCU with 13 on the shot clock. Garcia. 5 to operate. Garcia kicks it out. Hoson launches from way beyond, in and out, but Garcia was there. Solomon Kone closing out the door. One-on-one, getting no go against Hoson. Perhis, sabi niya, steady lang tayo, tayong lamang. 6 minutes 46 seconds remaining. MCU still 6 points ang kalamangan. Garcia, ikot ang bola. Corner free, overshoots it for Rafael Perhis. Under 6.5 minutes remaining. Kalilong uses that shield. 3-point shot, rattles out. 3-on-2 break for MCU. Hoson fakes the pass. And the soft touch won't go for MJ Hoson. And Solomon Kone taking too many steps. Turning the ball over with 6 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. MCU holding on to that 6-point lead. Pinasok na muli ni Coach Ian Rosella si John Guevara. directing plays for MCU. Guevara. Promise Onyegiri nandyan na rin, pero he's blocked by Kone. Una ngayon si Rafael Geting, and he would get the basket to cut this MCU lead down to 4 points. Hoson, Promise inside, overshoots it. MCU gets the offensive rebound, and they threw the ball away. Matthew Kalilong, 5 minutes, 23 seconds remaining. Remudaro, 3-point shot, and this will be big. Diliman within 1 point, 56 to 55 with 5 minutes and change remaining in the second game of this doubleheader for today. Sean General gives the 3-point lead to MCU with that short jumper, 58 to 55, 4 minutes, 45 seconds. And Solomon Kone will be called for the offensive foul. Khalid and Banya will check back in to replace Solomon Kone. At ito na po ang ating pangatlong nanalo, si Tyrone Jed Barcena. Again, congratulations Tyrone Jed Barcena. Ikaw ay nanalo ng 500 pesos worth ng GCash. Again, turnover for MCU as offensive foul was called. 4 minutes, 27 seconds remaining in this regulation of this ball game. Team Baring, 13 to operate for Diliman. Getting 3-point shot from top of the key. No go this time for Remudaro. John Guevara calling the offense for the Supremos. Santelices thought of a 3. Sean General hands it off. MJ Hoson driving left, and he threw the ball away. 3-on-2 break for Diliman. Getting 3-point shot. That's his range, but he couldn't connect on that try. Santelices would want to wait for his friends from MCU. 3.5 minutes remaining in the fourth. Still MCU leading by 3 points, 58 to 55. Tightly contested game. Hoson, 5 seconds to operate. Santelices, too strong, but Promise Onyegiri recovers it. MCU, 10 seconds to operate. Lucky break for them. Hoson, 5 seconds. Santelices rather. John Guevara. Shot clock violation. MCU couldn't buy a bucket. Nearly 1.5 minutes. Stuck at 58 after that Sean General jumper. Actually, both teams having a difficulty buying a bucket in the last 4 possessions. Pressure defense. And sabi ko nga, no, pressure defense gaining dividends for MCU. Wayward pass. Muntik nang tumama sa amin dito sa broadcast panel. And let's listen to the report of Cheska Borin.
Pa rin ang laban between Diliman College at Manila Central University. And heading into this game against a familiar opponent, Coach Ranzi Bahar of Diliman College shared that some new information for us. Ang sabi niya, mas magiging malaking tulong ang pagpasok at pagbalik ng new player nila na si John Gama, number 20, dahil isa na itong veteran player nila at team captain nila ngayon, which brings a major boost for the team. Aside from that, tuloy-tuloy pa rin nilang sinusubukan kunin ang kanilang second win for this game. Back to you, Chris!
Thank you very much, Cheska Botin. Some adjustments being made by Coach Renzi, fusing some talents off the bench for this game, but they're down 5 points with 2 minutes 13 seconds remaining with that MJ Hoson basket. 15 points now for MJ Hoson. We're nearing the last 2-minute mark of this ball game. Baring, still no lead is safe at this point. Embanya against Promise, and rather Solomon Kone will get a better of Promise on Nigiri on that possession with a reverse layup to bring Diliman to within 3 points. 1 minute 47 seconds remaining. Promise operating inside, overshoots it, but MJ Hoson skying high for the offensive rebound. 3 seconds to shoot. Hoson forces a 3-point shot. No go, and Diliman now knocking at the door of MCU. Give and go, but again turnover. Wasted opportunity by Diliman. Hoson thought of a 3. Perhis, a 3 of his own is good, which gives MCU that 6-point lead, 63-57. We have a timeout by Diliman. Still for Diliman College, with the stick back attempt was fouled. First free throw is good. Eight points for Brian Lalica, 1 out of 2 on the trip to the line. Rafael Perhis, one of the steadier hands for Coach Ian Racela towards the end game, making those defensive plays which translated to transition baskets. But the man of the hour for MCU is MJ Hoson, producing 17 points. 18 seconds on the shot clock, 25 on the game clock for MCU. This is an impending win for them. They will go up 3-0 in our tournament. 10-point lead right now. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Santelices will not be able to beat the shot clock. 7 seconds remaining and Diliman will throw the ball away, and 7 seconds. Diliman, last chance to salvage some pride in this ball game. 3-point shot is good. Parinas will knock down the 3 for the final count. It will be a 7-point win by MCU, 68-61 over the Diliman College Blue Dragons. MCU will now go up 3-0 while Diliman will slide to 1 win and 1 loss, and will be back for our best player of the ball game. CU Supremo showing character at the second half, winning by 7, 68-61 against Diliman College, and we have our best player of the ball game, MJ Hoson, together with Cheska Botin.
And now for the Inasal Republic Best Player of the Game, we have here MJ Hoson of Manila Central University with 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. So, MJ, mukhang maganda ang gising mo ngayon. Congratulations! And ano yung turning point na ginawa ni Coach Ian para mag-respond kayo against Diliman College?
Yun po na inaano pa ni Coach na konti lang yung playing time ko kasi gusto niya munang makuha yung chemistry ng bawat team mga teammate ko.
And sa next game nyo, what are you expecting or looking forward to?
Ganun lang ulit na huwag kami makontento dun sa pinanalo namin, na mas magutom pa kami sa susunod na game.
And lastly, is there someone you would like to give a shout out to or message to?
Thank you sa mga teammate ko. Kay Coach Ian na walang sawa nagpapa-ensayo sa amin, at sa family ko, kay Mama Arlene, tsaka kay Papa Joel, sa kapatid ko, at sa girlfriend ko kay Laika.
Thank you, MJ, and to your team. That is all for now. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Jessica Botin, with our best player of the ball game, MJ Hoson, 17.6 rebounds. Also, the best player of the week for Mqaa-Icbl for week 1. Again, MCU defeating Diliman College 68-61. And magkita-kita po tayo sa susunod na playing date ng Mqaa-Icbl on Saturday. Sa ngalan po ng production team, lahat ng bumubuo ng Mqaa, Kong Arjo at Taide, maraming salamat po sa panonood. This has been Coach Chris King de la Cruz. See you at the venue.